It happened again. A gator in a backyard Suncoast pool. Last week Nokomis, this week Lakewood Ranch. Will tell you why it's happening this time of year. Marla?
And the number of crashes has gone up on the Suncoast, and it's believed distracted driving is the cause. We're telling you how you can stay safe behind the wheel.
And we'll tell you why a group of World War II vets are finally getting the chance to fly one more time. Good Morning Suncoast starts right now.
You're watching Good Morning Suncoast at 6.
And welcome back, 6 o'clock, Thursday, April the 5th. I'm Ray Collins. Got a check?
It is one day away from Friday that we both really need here.
Yes,
welcome. Thanks for waking up with us. I'm Stephanie Webb.
Yeah, special guest this hour, Mark Famiglio joins us. He's the head of the Sarasota Film Fest. We'll have him here in our studio and talk about the fest begins next weekend.
Yes, one of the best in the country, ranked as one of the best in the country.
It's gotten bigger by the year.
Yeah.
Here's a forecast now from our friend John Scalzi.
Always very exciting, the film festival. It's
Yes.
a neat thing here in Sarasota. So we're looking at a frontal boundary that's located just to our south, actually. It's moved on through. Hardly came through with any kind of fanfare. It certainly didn't produce much in the way of rainfall or gusty winds or nothing really. It fell apart, basically. But what it did do is turn our winds a little bit more to the north, from the south to the north. And that's significant. At this time of year, that draws down drier air and brings us a beautiful day, I think, with little chance of rainfall, plenty of sunshine, in fact, wall-to-wall sunshine. It'll be a lovely afternoon. Now, the rain showers are in progress out in the Atlantic, but they do not bother us whatsoever, nor will they throughout the afternoon. We stay dry today. We stay dry tomorrow. Probably the next rain chance comes our way Saturday night through Sunday morning. So it should be kind of an overnight rain event over the weekend. Most of the weekend looks good. We're looking at 66 Lakewood Ranch, 65 Parrish, Bradenton, Sarasota coming in at 67, and Venice comes in at 68. Top it out today at around 81 degrees under mostly sunny skies. Complete forecast in a minute.
Thank you, John. Checking the roads right now. You'll see a couple of big buildups already for 6 o'clock. That's some buildups. Well, that one just kind of cleared up there on 14th Street West southbound. Still an issue there around Bayshore Gardens and Elcon Parkway. You'll notice 301 northbound, some issues there north of 70. Let's check farther south now on the map and upper Sarasota County. 301 northbound toward University. The Bayfront, little blip there around Ringling. Checking farther south now on the maps, we'll check the South County area. And for us, that will reveal a little blip there on 41 around the bypass. Otherwise, all clear at 6:02.
Well, it is a problem that's on the rise across the state and here on the Suncoast. Are you intoxicated while driving? It is texting while driving, and April is Distracted Driving Awareness Month.
Police say, of course, younger drivers are the most distracted statistically. Marla Spence is live now next to a car. Marla, good morning.
Good morning, guys. Distracted driving is a big issue right here on the Suncoast, especially for the age group of 20 to 29. According to the Florida Highway Patrol, they tell us that age group was involved in the highest number of crashes involving distracted driving. If someone is caught driving distracted, they could face a fine between $160 to $180 depending on which county they live in. We spoke to a driving instructor, and he tells us besides getting a ticket, drivers could lose their life if not paying attention to the road.
This is a picture that I show all of my students, and I say, what's wrong with this scenario? And they'll all look at it and they'll say, this is crazy. But these two kids that are in here are doing it at 70 miles an hour. And that's 103 feet per second down the road. They don't realize that if they take 3 seconds to get control of the car, they went the length of a football field.
That driving instructor tells us driving is more than just pressing the gas and the brake. It's about knowing how fast your body can respond to accidents and also problems on the road. Coming up at 6:30, we're going to be telling you a simple way you can test your reflexes before getting behind the wheel. I'm Marla Spence reporting in Sarasota for ABC 7, your Suncoast News.
Well, another man is behind bars this morning thanks to a joint investigation by the Manatee County and Sarasota County Sheriff's Offices. This man right here, Jason Larrabee, he's charged with 8 counts of transmission of child pornography. That investigation is still ongoing, and they are looking for your help. Anybody who has more information about this case should contact the Manatee County Sheriff's Office.
For the latest on this story and breaking news in the forecast, check out our app. It's under My Suncoast or under the words WWSB. A small plane crash near Daytona Beach killed both people on board yesterday. The plane was from Embry-Riddle Aeronautical University. The victims are a student pilot and a designated pilot examiner from the FAA. It is still not known what caused that plane to crash. New this morning, Florida is challenging the judge's order forcing the state to restore the voting rights of convicted felons. The federal judge blocked the state's current system of forcing felons to wait 5 years before regaining their voting eligibility. Attorney General Pam Bondi has filed an appeal. The judge has given the state 3 weeks to submit a new plan.
Well, another day, another big gator gives new meaning to the words backyard pool party. It is the second alligator found in a pool in less than a week. We're heading into alligator mating season, so they're more active than usual, looking for a mate. Now, some of those gators have even been ending up in backyard swimming pools at homes in the area. This couple woke up to find an 8-foot alligator had broken through a screen and ended up in their pool. After a Manatee County Sheriff's deputy arrived on the scene, plus an alligator removal expert, they were able to get the gator out of the pool and, of course, off of the property as well.
The alligator person that was here last night said we were really lucky. He said this is the least amount of damage he's ever seen on a lanai. He said he's seen gators take down whole sides of lanais.
If you see an alligator, just keep your distance, stay away from it. It's going to move along. Of course, a situation like this, you have to make a phone call when you find one in your pool.
Seems like some good advice. Some more good advice. First, do not feed those gators. It makes them less afraid of humans, plus more aggressive, and it also helps them associate us with their food. Another thing, make sure that you keep an eye on your small dogs and your cats that may be outside. That is the area that typically they're most active in later in the hour, so make sure you keep an eye on them while they're outside. And yet another Florida panther has been struck and killed by a car. It's the 12th fatal collision this year. The Florida Fish and Wildlife Conservation Commission says the endangered species is simply running out of land. They once wandered the entire southeast, but they're now confined to just a small area of southwest Florida right along the Gulf Coast. Happening today, Cypress Springs residents ranging in ages from 85 to 92 are going to have the chance to fly the open skies just like they did years ago. The Dream Flights will take off in a 1942 Boeing Stearman, the same plane used to train military aviators back in the 40s. These former military pilots will get to take the stick, maneuver the aircraft just like they did back in the young days. Each veteran will get a 20-minute flight soaring 1,000 feet above their neighbors and friends. Unbelievable memorable experience for these honorable airmen.
Is this a good idea? I mean, are their skills really ready?
Well, Ray, you may have a good point, but I love the idea. Maybe other people fly them so they can feel how they feel again.
I love the concept, don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
All right, stay tuned.
All right.
6:08 right now, still have the latest in First Alert traffic and...
Well, we have the president of the Sarasota Film Festival that's going to be joining us live in studio this morning. Going to give you a preview of what to expect at this year's festival when we come back.
Here's a peek outside our window right now. Pretty day shaping up at 6:08. As far as the Thursday forecast, here's John Scalzi.
Looks pretty good for us. If you want to take a nice little stroll on the beach tonight, oh, it's going to be outstanding weather for that. Clear skies, breezy conditions, mild west wind, northwest wind coming in at about 10. 4 beach balls out of 4 will give it. Oh, and by the way, the red tide status across the region, no red tide at all at any station being reported on the Sun Coast, according to Fish and Wildlife. So great news there. Complete forecast coming up in a few.
Performing on stage takes mental and physical preparation. But one thing I never thought to prepare for was cervical cancer. 91% of cervical cancers are caused by the human papillomavirus, or HPV. The good news is there are vaccines that can protect you or your children from cancer. I survived my cancer, but you can stop cancer before it starts. Talk to your doctor and go to thinkaboutthelink.org to learn more.
My name is Stephen Campagna. We're Band Gates and Dramus, and here is your law tip of the week. If you've been injured in an accident, whether or not it's your fault, your insurance company might be responsible for some of your expenses. So give us a call. We've got your back.
You know what's really shocking? This is. And this for sure. Don't forget this. Oh, and that. But the most shocking thing of all is when people try to do electrical work without us.
Call 888-8-SPARKY.
You know what's really shocking? This is. And this for sure. Don't forget this. Oh, and that. But the most shocking thing of all is when people try to do electrical work without us.
Call 888-8-SPARKY.
Are you a food lover, restaurant goer, or home cook? Then check out My Suncoast Dining on mysuncoast.com, your guide to the foodie lifestyle. ABC 7's own Chef Judy serves up her favorite recipes, cooking tips and trends, dining blogs, and helpful step-by-step videos. And you'll love the restaurant guide with direct links to your favorite Suncoast eateries. Whether you're cooking in or dining out, whet your appetite with tasty tips from Chef Judy at mysuncoast.com/dining.
20 years ago, the moviegoers of Sarasota looked up at the silver screen and wanted something more. And they got exactly what they wanted. 20 years of some of the best independent films from around the world. The most iconic Hollywood stars walking the red carpet. The most glamorous parties in Southwest Florida. 20 years building up to the most exciting announcement in, well, 20 years. At the Sarasota Film Festival, April 13th to the 22nd.
Everybody can make something, because I think everyone has a spark of creativity, and the reason that I have to keep making is because I don't think my life would be as fulfilling without it. If you make things yourself, that means you're not cowering in fear. You're out there taking chances. That, I think, is my way of saying I love you to the world. All right, now I want to hear why you make.
Share your own Why I Make story today. Visit whyimake.org.
Enjoy some of the best Suncoast restaurants on me. Just go to mysuncoast.com/dining, sign up for the newsletter if you haven't already, and you can win a $50 gift card to a restaurant in our area. We'll pick a winner each week, so go on our website and sign up now.
Now your ABC 7 First Alert weather forecast with meteorologist John Scalzi.
67-degree air temperature, about the same as it was 24 hours ago. Starry skies out there, beautiful. Becky in Mayaca phoned in. Said she had 58 degrees, normally a cooler location, Becky is. And I think I heard a rooster in the background when she phoned in out there in old Mayaca. Looking at a dew point that's very comfortable, 62 degrees. Yesterday the dew point was up around 67, 68 degrees, so it's significantly lower this morning, and it feels it too. There's a kind of a cool, crisp feel to the air, and a little bit of a breeze as well. So it's a nice start to the day. We're looking at 65 Parrish, Bradenton, Lakewood Ranch at 66, those Mayaca, Wauchula coming in at 66, 67, Sarasota 68s, and Venice and Inglewood. As we head into the afternoon, we'll watch the temperature rise in response to full wall-to-wall sunshine up to about 81 degrees. Sunny, blue skies, beautiful. No rain in the forecast today. And as we head into the evening, should be a lovely sunset. We're looking at perhaps a few fair weather clouds around, but not many. And the evening should be nice with a breezy wind and low relative humidity. 7 p.m. temperature is coming in probably in the mid-70s. Looking at a wind out of the north throughout the day today, a little bit of fair weather cloudiness perhaps at times, but not much. Mostly sunshine and temperatures that will climb steadily into the 80s as we head into the afternoon. Tomorrow should be even a warmer day, I think. We'll start it off with temperatures in the mid-60s, and then as we head into the afternoon, temperatures will continue to climb. We'll probably be in the mid-80s tomorrow, so another warm day. But the winds continuing out of the north or northeast will provide us with that, again, lower humidity weather. So even though we're in the mid-80s, it should feel pretty comfortable out there. Titan radar not showing a drop of rain around across the entire state. We have a few showers out in the Atlantic, but those are part of the frontal boundary sinking south and have no issue on our weather whatsoever. As we head into the evening hours, maybe a little trough of low pressure might develop that'll bring us a little cloud cover, but the Titan radar will still be clean as we head into the evening hours today. That's because of a big ridge of high pressure that remains the dominant weather feature over the eastern seaboard. Should be smooth sailing right on up the eastern seaboard into the northeast. Back to the west, that's our next weather maker. This area of low pressure will advance toward the east, bringing a cold front through here as we head into probably Saturday night in through Sunday morning. That frontal boundary will bring us about a 30% chance of rain showers. Not much in the way of a rain shower chance today, except in the southern tip of the state. There may be an isolated shower or a thunderstorm in progress down there. But for us here on the Suncoast, sunny, breezy, mild, rain-free, right straight for the next couple of days into the weekend. And in fact, I don't even think we'll see rain until probably the evening or nighttime hours on Saturday. So most of the weekend looks absolutely great. And then the next big rain chance, as I mentioned, coming Saturday night into Sunday morning, followed by another rain chance, by the way, the beginning of next work week. So we'll have two chances here coming up for a little bit of that much-needed rainfall across the Suncoast. Southern tip of the state, the most likely location for any kind of rain today. Again, the thunderstorm there, possible. We're looking at some pretty quiet conditions, though, across most of the country today with no threat of severe weather, really. Wind out of the north at about 5 to 10, and then this evening coming in at about 10 to 15, so a little bit breezier this evening. Should be a nice day, though. 81, the daytime high today. Tomorrow about 83. Again, full sunshine for the most part. And then evening temperatures cool, crisp in the mid to lower 60s. And then Saturday, that chance of a nighttime rain most of the day. Nice. Same thing on Sunday. Chance of morning showers followed by afternoon clearing. Next good chance of rain comes Monday into Tuesday. And the work week looks like it's going to stay in the 80s throughout the period. Back to you guys.
All right, thanks, John. It is 6:16. Let's take a look outside. Your first alert traffic this morning. Starting to see some slowdowns right there if you're headed into Bradenton from the Ellington and Palmetto area as well. 301 State Road 70, right at that junction. Definitely some congestion there. If you're heading into Sarasota County, those roads are looking pretty good, but we do have a big slowdown right there. Some gridlock at University Parkway and 75. A little farther south in the area, those roads are looking still pretty decent. Not even too much traffic right there on 41, which usually starts to get backed up around this time in the morning. The rest of the area looks good as well. 16, that is your first alert traffic. Well, Movie Maker magazine calls it one of the coolest film festivals in the world. The Sarasota Film Festival kicks off next week.
We are joined by the president and the founder, Mark Famiglio. Thank you for setting your alarm clock and being here so early today.
So early,
well,
thank you.
I was looking at your traffic report, and that's true. 41 was wide open.
This traffic brought to you by the Film Festival.
It was unbelievable.
You're hired. So this is the 20th year. You've gone from 3 days to 10 days, 7 films to 300 films.
Yeah, just about, I think. Yeah.
Growth and growth and growth.
Yeah, growth and growth. And headache and wonderful films and great filmmakers and a town that really appreciates it.
Absolutely. Well, something that is near and dear to my heart. What is on the docket this year? Did I see that you guys are screening the Mr. Rogers documentary?
We certainly are. We certainly are, and we're very excited about it. We were not permitted to show too many people the film.
Yes, I've heard that, under embargo, yeah.
And so we have it in some of our smaller theaters, but it's a fabulous film. And at Sundance, everybody was crying.
Yes.
So if you want to cry, go to.
What are some other must-see ones? What are people kind of buzzing about this year?
Oh, geez, there are so many films. And, you know, I would suggest that people not shy away from some of our foreign films because some of them are fantastic.
Absolutely.
Some people say, subtitled, I'm not going. It's ridiculous. There are some great films. Our opening night film is Class Rank with Eric Stoltz, who's
he's going to be there.
Guy.
He's actor, now director, right?
That's right, and he's going to be here along with the producer, Sandy Stern, who was involved in our very earliest film festival. And so we're very excited about that, and we're going to have a lot of surprise guests. And a lot of guests that we don't even know are going to be there because
sometimes
every year,
last minute.
People make plans, they cancel them, they come, and it happens every single year. So we're very excited about it.
I've covered this now for 15 years. I've met some big names thanks to you. William Macy, Gina Davis, and I hear Napoleon Dynamite will be here this year.
John Heder called and said he wants to come. Actually, he was coming last year and something came up. But he wanted to come, and so we said, sure, why not?
And some local films also. A tribute to Nick Bollettieri, a movie about him.
I think that's very exciting. We're showing that 3 o'clock on the second Saturday at Art Ovation, which is our sponsor hotel this year. And so it's a great film. Love Means Zero, and something everyone should see. Our closing night film is about NASA, and Rory Kennedy, who's a festival alumni, did the film. The Discovery Channel partnered with us. Yeah. And we're having chief scientists from NASA and a bunch of the highest level administrative folk from NASA are coming in.
Very cool.
It's going to be very, very interesting. I've screened the film. It's thrilling. And I think it's really to educate people who weren't part and weren't growing up with the moonshot as say I have. But it's a wonderful film, very exciting. I think there's still some tickets left. People should be aware that tickets are going very, very quickly, and we're already receiving complaints.
Already?
Yes, and we're at the Hollywood 11. We're at the Hollywood 11. There's fewer seats, but they're a heck of a lot more comfortable. It's really a wonderful venue.
Absolutely.
And we're at Art Ovation and the Opera House. So those are our venues.
Well,
Mark, thank you.
It's gotten bigger by the year. Congratulations. We'll look forward to seeing you
guys.
next week.
Thank you so much.
Mark.
Thank you, Mark. All right, still ahead, we'll have First Alert traffic and...
A football star is being called a hero for something that he did off the field. Plus, Marla?
And it's easy to get distracted while driving behind the wheel of your car. We're going to be telling you how to stay safe behind the wheel and a few apps to help disable your phone.
But first, look at that peek at the daybreak in Manhattan. Oh, the Empire State Building built, Mark, what year?
Oh, I don't know, 1916.
Oh, good guesses.
1931 is correct.
Well, they thought about it in 1916.
There you go. There you go.
And what movie was based around there?
That one movie.
Tom Hanks and...
oh, yeah, Sleepless from Seattle. Sleepless in Seattle.
Yeah, all right.
Yep. Also an affair to remember.
We'll have more news after this. Stay with us.
If you're only hungry for a slice of apple pie, why buy the whole pie? And you certainly wouldn't want to pay for an all-you-can-eat buffet. So if you don't use your cell phone that much, why get charged for a plan that's too big, or even an unlimited plan? Luckily, there's still a wireless company that shares your values. Welcome to Consumer Cellular. Our average customer pays about $25 a month for everything they need. Many pay even less, as plans start at just $15 a month. You'll get a straightforward bill that's easy to understand with no surprises and all the attention you deserve from our friendly customer service team. No wonder Consumer Cellular has received the J.D. Power Award for highest customer service 3 times in a row. Plus, if you're an AARP member, you'll receive special discounts. It's easy to switch. You can even keep your phone and your number. So stop paying for more than you need and start your 30-day risk-free trial today. Call 800-457-2317. Go online or visit a Target store today.
So I kind of grew up all across the country. I come from 5 generations of military men. My dad is still active duty. My grandpa is retired Marines. I like going for runs with my dog. I love, taking her out to the dog beach over in Venice. There are so many things here to do on the Suncoast. My goal every day when I come into work at ABC 7 is to tell your stories, give you that major local news and those details that you really care about. I'm Jacqueline Matter, and I'm here for you.
There's a lot of fear in coming back to school. I'm a 40-year-old man that walked in there to get his high school diploma. It was very hard for me, but one of the teachers was Miss Araceli. She gave me direction. Every single time I had a question, she'll put down whatever she's doing and she'll sit there with you until you get it. 50% of getting your high school diploma is walking through those doors. The other 50% is doing the work.
Find free adult education classes near you at finishyourdiploma.org.
Soldiers in the Army National Guard live up to a set of time-honored principles.
I will always place the mission first.
They stand ready to respond to any crisis.
I will never accept defeat.
They serve in their communities as citizens and as soldiers.
I will never quit.
They train part-time to be ready to serve at all times.
I will never leave a fallen comrade.
Learn more at nationalguard.com.
A decade of war has taken an unprecedented toll on our men and women in uniform.
Hundreds of thousands of our veterans are suffering from the trauma of war.
At Justice for Vets, we believe that every veteran should have the opportunity for treatment and restoration.
Get involved and go to justiceforvets.org.
Help put treatment within reach of veterans in crisis.
Veterans fought for our freedom. Now it's our turn to fight for theirs.
Another peek at New York. There's the Hudson River. Beautiful shot there. Hopefully a nicer day for New York. They've had some snow up there. In fact, the Rays and the Yankees were snowed out a few days ago and looking a little nicer there right now as day breaks in Manhattan.
That's right. Quick, what movie has the word Hudson in it? Stars Bruce Willis. We're still on the movie thing.
East of the Hudson.
Hudson Hawk.
Hudson Hawk.
Hudson Hawk.
All right.
Bruce Willis.
Movie trivia.
It's our movie trivia this morning. Well, a new phone scam has hit the Suncoast, and it involves a fake phone call from the sheriff's office. The Sarasota County Sheriff's Office says they've received 2 reports this week of a caller claiming to be a Lieutenant Paul Kruger. During that call, the scammer tells victims that they have an outstanding warrant and they owe the sheriff's office money. Now, obviously, the real sheriff's office wants you to know that there isn't any deputy by that name, and they would never demand payment of any kind over the phone.
Well, an iconic restaurant in Lakewood Ranch is closing its doors. The Polo Grill and Bar has announced it will not renew its lease and is closing. The Bradenton restaurant posted the news on their Facebook page this week. They say they will honor the ballroom appointments for the next 6 weeks. Big surprise news out there in Lakewood Ranch.
An NFL star is being called a hero for something that he did off the field.
ABC's Gio Benitez has this incredible story.
In this morning's GMA First Look, Super Bowl winning football star Julian Edelman making a huge save off the field.
Oh, that's a catch.
After an Instagram follower alerted him to a scary threat on his account. Just minutes after the Patriots wide receiver posted this photo on Instagram, one of Edelman's followers sent him this alarming direct message. Dude, there's a kid in your comment section, says he's going to shoot up a school. I think you should alert the authority. That's when Edelman, who was in Texas, called his assistant back in Boston. She found this frightening comment. I'm going to shoot my school up, watch the news. Police investigated and found that the user who posted that message lives in Michigan.
Members of the Port Huron Police Department started following up on the information.
And coming up at 7 a.m., what the police found at the suspect's home. With your GMA First Look, I'm Gio Benitez, ABC News, New York.
People everywhere are confusing Quilted Northern for a bouncy castle. They're both durable, flexible, and nice to have at parties. But Quilted Northern is not a bouncy castle. It's just really nice toilet paper.
Feel the clarity of non-drowsy Claritin with powerful 24-hour relief from symptoms triggered by over 200 different allergens, like those from Buddy. Because stuffed animals are clearly no substitute for real ones. Feel the clarity and live Claritin Clear. For 1 week only, save up to $46 on select Claritin products. Check this Sunday's newspaper.
I found out the hard way. Not all washes take care of intimate odor. Now I know better.
Vagisil Odor Block Wash helps stop odor before it starts for 24 hours of odor protection. So get more from your wash. Get all-day freshness. Vagisil.
You know what's really shocking? This is. And this for sure. Don't forget this. Oh, and that. But the most shocking thing of all is when people try to do electrical work without us.
Call 888-8-SPARKY.
You know what's really shocking? This is. And this for sure. Don't forget this. Oh, and that. But the most shocking thing of all is when people try to do electrical work without us.
Call 888-8-SPARKY.
Our accolades are great. Just wait until you see our prices. Rugs as Art, Sarasota's only area rug superstore.
Chris Domine is a husband, father, an athlete, even an Ironman. But 10 years ago, Chris's kidneys were failing.
The doctor said if you don't do dialysis, if you don't get a kidney transplant, you are going to die.
Then Chris received a second chance, made possible by an organ donor.
Your well-being changes from loss of hope to better times ahead.
Imagine what you could make possible. Learn more and sign up as an organ, eye, and tissue donor. Go to organdonor.gov.
Designers do it with style.
Tell me what's going on here. Because
Why, you don't like my hair?
The Mark and Mandy Show. In-depth design ideas.
What is up with the tuck tape here? Let's cover it up.
Amazing beauty and fashion tips.
So Halle Berry has amazing skin. Her secret is coffee grounds.
No.
Delicious recipes.
Today, I'm gonna show you a special dish that is sure to please that special someone in your life.
Watch the Mark and Mandy Show right here on your favorite channel.
When my youngest, Addie, was 2.5, she was diagnosed with leukemia. When we first heard that diagnosis, you feel extremely alone. Walking in that Light the Night light with 6,000 people carrying lights, white for survivors, red for supporters, gold in memory of those who have passed. It's the Leukemia and Lymphoma Society's hope that every year there are fewer gold lanterns. Your lantern will make a difference.
Start a team, join a team.
Help us light the night.
ABC 7, the Suncoast's official Florida lottery station.
We're going to be guarding our border with the military.
National Guard troops now being activated and heading to the U.S.-Mexico border.
Find out why a Suncoast cafe is getting statewide honors for a particular item on the menu. Marla?
And the number of crashes have gone up on the Suncoast, and it's believed distracted driving is the cause. We speak to one instructor who tells us that people's response time to accidents aren't as fast as you think. We're going to be testing out that in a few seconds.
You're watching Good Morning Suncoast at 6:30.
Welcome back, or welcome to Good Morning Suncoast on this Thursday morning. I'm Stephanie Webb. Thanks for waking up with us.
Yeah, I'm Ray Collins. April the 5th right now. One day more till Friday. It's John's second favorite day of the week almost.
I thought you were going to bust into song, Ray.
Or his dance that he does on commercial breaks. That's a good one, too.
I was waiting for it.
Want me to still?
Yes.
One day more.
Ah, there it is, ladies and gentlemen.
Les Mis.
The dulcet tones of the golden voice.
Oh, man. Don't encourage this, Scalzi. I got to sit next to him.
Dulcet or dull? I'm not sure.
No. So we have a frontal boundary sinking south of us, and that's building in high pressure back behind it, providing us with a beautiful, beautiful day. Resplendent golden sunshine coming your way. That's for you, Ray. We're looking at a big ridge of high pressure, providing us with rain-free skies as well. We do have some showers out in the Atlantic waters, but they are really of no importance to us here on the Suncoast. Temperatures generally running in the 60s, upper 60s, most everywhere. My clicker is frozen, so I'll just tell you, we'll get up to about 81 degrees for a daytime high. Back to you guys.
All right, good luck with that clicker, John. Let's check the roads right now in Manatee County. Looking pretty good. 301 northbound by 70, an issue there. Also 14th Street West northbound up to Cortez. Let's check the maps farther south now in the northern half of Sarasota County. A little blip there on out there in Lakewood Ranch, actually. Look out there. You'll see on University in both directions up by that area by the Publix there. Also pretty clear the rest of Sarasota County. Checking South County down by Charlotte County. A little blip there in 41 northbound as you head up from South Venice. 6:32 right now.
President Trump is clearing the way for the National Guard to head to the U.S.-Mexico border. So how soon will this all begin? ABC's Arlette Sines has the answer.
President Trump is making his surprise announcement official.
We're going to be guarding our border with the military.
Signing a proclamation for the National Guard to head to the border.
We do hope that the deployment begins immediately.
The Trump administration has provided little detail. No word on the cost, how many troops they'll send, or for how long.
It will be strong. It will be as many as is needed to fill the gaps that we have today, is what I can tell you. So we'll go through and make sure.
The National Guard won't act as law enforcement. They can't detain illegal border crossers. Instead, they'll serve in a support role, like conducting aerial surveillance.
And it's something that's needed, especially out here in Arizona, where we're still responsible for close to 50% of all the drug seizures in the entire country. It's a big deal to have that extra eyes so the agents can take the time to patrol, the areas of the field.
The White House says the president is frustrated Congress hasn't done more to secure the border, but the administration is touting progress on his border wall.
To us, it's all new wall. If there was a wall before that needs to be replaced, it's being replaced by a new wall. So this is the Trump border wall. In many cases, it will...
Replacing current wall would count as new wall in your words.
Yes, it would.
As for the National Guard, they have been sent to the border before, in 2006 under President Bush and 2010 by President Obama. The total cost for those two operations, more than $1.3 billion. Arlette Saenz, ABC News, Washington.
Well, texting while driving, Facebooking while driving, changing the radio station, putting on your mascara, it all takes your attention away from the road, and it's a problem that is on the rise here.
Yeah, experts say 25% increase in the past 5 years of distracted driving. Details of this story now from Marla Spence, live in Sarasota. Marla?
Good morning, guys. According to the Florida Highway Patrol, there are lots of reasons why the number of distracted driving crashes keep going up. People hop in their car and they're doing things like drinking coffee, putting on their makeup, and even checking their emails, all while driving. We're also told there are a lot more distractions in cars nowadays than ever before, like backup cameras and navigation systems. A driving instructor tells us people usually don't respond to an accident on the road as fast as they would like to. That instructor shows us a simple way you can test your reflexes before you hit the road.
I'm going to drop a dollar bill, this dollar bill right here, and you put your fingers open right at the middle of the dollar bill. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to drop it, and I want you to catch it. Your body does not instantly respond to thought. People driving down the road who are drinking a soda, or they're talking, or they have their eyes off the road, they have to first become aware of the fact that conditions change.
Now, there are a few apps that can help you keep your eyes off your phone and focus on the road. To name a few apps, they are Drive Safe Mode, Cell Control, and Live to Text. All of these apps will disable or block text messages from coming through on your phone when you're driving. Reporting live in Sarasota, Marla Spence for ABC 7, your Suncoast News.
Marla, thank you for the latest on this story and breaking news and the forecast. Go to our app under WWSB or under My Suncoast. New details about the man charged with killing a woman earlier this week in Manatee County. 23-year-old Dakota Gibson is still in jail without bond. There he is. Witnesses told deputies that the night of the murder, Gibson was flirting with the victim, 50-year-old Veronica Polite, outside that apartment complex. Investigators say Polite and two others got in the car with Gibson, who later dropped the two off and left with Polite in the car. And that was the last time, they say, she was ever seen alive. Her body was found the next morning in the woods off of 18th Street East in Bradenton.
She was dead. We can say that before she was set on fire. That's what the medical examiner's office determined. We may never know the true motive as to why he did this, other than he just got angry.
When deputies tried to arrest him, they say he ran off and was captured a short time later.
More help for the homeless, this time in Venice. Some residents there have reported seeing more homeless in that area. Sarasota Council's new life-sustaining ordinance is designed to provide more help for the homeless population by doing a few things. First, helping them transition into a free shelter. That's step one. Second, they can get help finding a job with all the resources at the shelter. So far, the city of Sarasota follows the new ordinance, and today Venice's mayor said he would absolutely consider it.
I'm very much in favor of a positive movement to end homelessness, but for us to be involved in it, not for us to be billed for it.
Now, to be able to use this ordinance in the city council in Venice would have to vote to adopt the ordinance. No such vote is scheduled at this time.
Also in Venice, an $18 million road project is finally complete. Over 70 miles of road that was in poor condition is now repaired and resurfaced. The project also included extensive sidewalk and curbing repairs. More paving projects are in the works, including some streets downtown as well. Happening today, the second annual Financial Literacy Day on the campus at USF Manatee, Sarasota. The program is a partnership with the USF campus and also Cumberland Advisors of downtown Sarasota. The event starts at 8 o'clock this morning and runs through 4:30 p.m.
Hungry for the best waffles in the state of Florida? Well, turns out you can find them in Sarasota. The Food Network has named the Toasted Mango Cafe's special waffle as the best waffle in Florida. As they describe it, the crisp, warm waffle topped with Oh gosh, mango and toasted coconut and some whipped cream. It is a true taste of paradise, according to the network. You can give them a try at 2 different locations, one on North Trail and then another on Siesta Key. They've also recently bought Council's restaurant in Bradenton.
You know, they were the first restaurant to open during Hurricane Irma.
Oh, were they really? Getting people in there?
And they had workers come in just after the hurricane, and the place was packed. The other places were closed right then.
Listen, good for you. Well deserving of that award.
Good folks over there. 6:39 right now.
Still ahead on Good Morning Suncoast, we've got the latest in your First Alert weather and traffic plus.
A second day has been scheduled now for Facebook CEO Mark Zuckerberg to testify on Capitol Hill. That story on the way. First, a peek outside our window here in the Rosemary District. It looks pretty clear out. What do you see out there?
I don't know. I'm trying to find your window, Ray.
It's way up high in this tower. John, another nice day out there?
Yeah, it looks like it's going to be a beautiful day. A lot of sunshine around. A little bit windy, though, and with the winds come a little bit higher pollen count today at about 10. Tomorrow will be a little bit better as the winds begin to die down just a tad, I think. Of course, the major contributors are oak, #1, and then juniper and nettle. The drive time forecast looks great. None of the inclement weather boxes checked. Upper 60s for your drive to work, and then low 80s for the drive home. Complete forecast in a minute.
Fun for the whole family, the 26th Annual Venice Shark's Tooth Festival, benefiting special athletes of Sarasota County, fossil vendors, arts and crafts, food, children's games, and live entertainment with headliners the Gator Creek Band on Friday night, Rockin' Rogues, Maiden Cane, Glass Onion, Kettle of Fish, Paisley Craze, and the Boogeymen. Admission $4, children 12 and under free. Parking is free. The annual Venice Shark's Tooth Festival, April 13th, 14th, and 15th at the Venice Airport Festival Grounds.
The La Musica International Chamber Music Festival, the annual celebration of a distinctive cultural gem in Sarasota, with renowned musicians from around the world. April 9th through April 18th at the Sarasota Opera House. Visit lamusicafestival.org, click on Festival, open tickets, and get your seats now.
If you're only hungry for a slice of apple pie, why buy the whole pie? And you certainly wouldn't want to pay for an all-you-can-eat buffet. So if you don't use your cell phone that much, why get charged for a plan that's too big, or even an unlimited plan? Luckily, there's still a wireless company that shares your values. Welcome to Consumer Cellular. Our average customer pays about $25 a month for everything they need. Many pay even less, as plans start at just $15 a month. You'll get a straightforward bill that's easy to understand, with no surprises, and all the attention you deserve from our friendly customer service team. No wonder Consumer Cellular has received the J.D. Power Award for highest customer service 3 times in a row. Plus, if you're an AARP member, you'll receive special discounts. It's easy to switch. You can even keep your phone and your number. So stop paying for more than you need and start your 30-day risk-free trial today. Call 800-457-2317. Go online or visit a Target store today.
Our overall experience working with California Closets was phenomenal.
Calm, reassuring.
Through happenstance, we ended up paired with our designer, Jen. She was someone who not only was patient, someone who was professional. She's become extended family.
She had great insight to help direct me towards those things that could make our dreams come true.
We are the Greens, and this is our California Closet story.
Soldiers in the Army National Guard live up to a set of time-honored principles.
I will always place the mission first. I will never accept defeat. I will never quit. I will never leave a fallen comrade.
Learn more at nationalguard.com.
Now your ABC 7 First Alert Weather Forecast with meteorologist John Scalzi.
So we look at a temperature that comes in at 67 degrees, but the most important thing I think on these boards is the dew point value coming in at 62. Significant drop in dew points since yesterday at this hour, and it feels that too as you head out the door. You'll notice kind of a cool, crisp feel to the air with that little bit of a breeze blowing now northeast at about 9. So the combination of the breeze and the lower dew points making it feel like it's a little bit cooler than it actually is, which is 67, which is about where we were yesterday. It's just those two other values that are adding to the nice feel to the air this morning. 64 in Parrish, Bradenton, Lakewood Ranch at 65, 67 Sarasota, Venice, Inglewood, 66 in Northport, 66 in Arcadia. Mayaca coming in at 65 and Longboat coming in at 67. We'll see the temperatures climb to about 65 degrees by 7 and then 75 by noon and top it out at about 81. That 81-degree temperature will feature rain-free skies, wall-to-wall sunshine, and a little bit lower relative humidity, making it feel kind of comfortable. The forecast is showing that north wind continuing to be kind of breezy today throughout the day, so boaters pay attention to that. We don't have any warnings or advisories up for the winds, but nevertheless, it will be a little bit of an elevated wind. Should be nice sailing weather. 85 degrees in Northport, 83 in Wauchula, 80 in Parrish, 80 Sarasota, 82 in Venice by the time we get to about 2 p.m. Top it out at about 81. And then as we head into the evening period, temperatures will fall into the 70s. Should be a beautiful sunset as well, with only a few fair weather clouds. Now, we do have a little trough of low pressure that'll set up in our atmosphere, and that could cause a few fair weather clouds to come by overnight tonight. But by tomorrow morning, I think that clears out, and tomorrow again will be a mostly sunny day. We'll look at Titan radar and see a few scattered showers over in the Atlantic coast, but nothing across our region. Our radar is having a little bit of imaging problems, so you'll see some kind of scatter going on from time to time, as you just saw in that last frame. But basically, we're rain-free. That's the way we're going to be throughout the day today, probably tomorrow as well, and I would say definitely tomorrow as well, and then most of Saturday. There's our frontal boundary. High pressure builds in. We have a low back to the west, and that's the one that could provide us with a little bit of rain shower chance Saturday night into Sunday. In fact, a pretty decent one. I think we'll see some rainfall around here. Those rain showers will probably be out of here by lunchtime on Sunday, and then most of Sunday looks pretty good as well. But for the next couple of days, it's that high pressure ridge that brings us the sunny skies, breezy winds, mild conditions, rain-free into the weekend, and by weekend I mean Saturday night into Sunday morning, and then things clear out again, so a lot of the weekend is spent rain-free. And then we'll watch for a rain chance on Saturday night into Sunday, but also on Monday into Tuesday, so that'll be kind of nice as well. A couple of places where you may see some thunderstorms today, southern tip of Florida being one of them, but as far as any kind of inclement or severe weather across the nation, don't really see that today. Nice, clean conditions across the sun coast linger into the weekend. Winds up a little bit. Watch them come in at about 10 to 15 boaters a little bit later on this afternoon. The forecast calls for 81 for a temperature today, and then tomorrow about 83. Saturday looks pretty good, but watch for increasing clouds in the second half of the day and maybe a shower around overnight into Sunday morning. 81 on Sunday as well. Monday, a better chance, I think, of seeing some showers around. Higher confidence in Monday, Tuesday rainfall chances. And throughout the week ahead, we'll see temperatures in the 80s. Back to you.
All right, thanks, John. Let's take a look at your first alert traffic. Definitely starting to pick up around your morning commute around this time. Those bridges are both very congested around this time in the morning if you're heading into the Bradenton area, as well as 301, State Road 70, and Cortez Road. Starting to see some backups in that area. 41 is another area that's starting to get congested around this time. 301 and 41, that little intersection right there is starting to see some slowdowns as well as around this time in the morning. Bee Ridge, Fruitville, University Parkway, all those roads are starting to show some gridlock as the morning traffic picks up. A little farther in the area, those roads are still actually looking pretty decent. Not too much to see if you're headed to Venice or Port Charlotte or Northport. Anything in that area is still looking pretty clear around this time of the morning. That is your first alert traffic. Well, it is a bad week to be Mark Zuckerberg. First, Facebook slightly underestimated just how many users were affected by that privacy breach around election time. By 40 million people. Plus, the Facebook CEO just got a second day added to his testimony before Congress. ABC's Candace Gibson has the latest.
This morning, Cambridge Analytica is denying a report by Facebook, which now says the political consulting firm improperly obtained the data of 87 million users, most of them Americans, far more than the 50 million originally reported.
These are big issues. This is a big shift for us.
CEO Mark Zuckerberg is now acknowledging that fixing the company's security issues will be a multi-year effort and that not enough was done to protect users' privacy.
We didn't take a broad enough view of what our responsibility is, and that was a huge mistake. It was my mistake.
Zuckerberg's admission comes 1 week before he's set to testify for the first time before Congress. He'll sit down before 2 Senate committees on April 10th. Facebook has been in crisis mode, its stock plunging after it revealed that Cambridge Analytica misused information from Facebook users as part of the consulting firm's work with the Trump campaign. The site has announced several changes to address user privacy concerns, saying it'll now restrict access for third-party apps, delete phone and text logs after 1 year, and on Monday, Facebook will add a new option at the top of each user's news feed, allowing you to review which apps have access to your personal information. Candace Gibson, ABC News, New York.
This morning, investigators are looking into what caused an F-16 to crash at Nellis Air Force Base in Nevada, killing a Thunderbird pilot. And what you're seeing right now is file video of F-16 jets parked at the same base. Military officials say that jet went down around 10:30 yesterday morning during a routine training flight. This is now the 4th incident involving a U.S. military craft within roughly 24 hours. Wow. There was another crash earlier this week in California. That one killed 4 Marines in a helicopter crash.
Still ahead, your top 7 before 7 o'clock.
Including a look at your first alert weather and traffic as you get ready for the day. Plus, why it is a special day for Star Trek fans, how to live long and prosper. That is just minutes away.
Here's a peek at the Sarasota Military Academy down there getting ready for school today. In the front part of your screen or above that van, it is 6:50. And you're watching Good Morning Suncoast and ABC 7.
I heard about the Dotoli Cancer Center through friends of mine who had been treated here and were very pleased with the treatment.
If there is prostate cancer, we at the Dotoli Cancer Center will find it using 3D color flow Doppler ultrasound.
And that helped precisely identify where my cancer was. I can tell you that you will not find a finer, more professional team of clinicians anywhere in the world.
Today, everyone is looking for more fashionable choices in flooring than ever before. And G. Fried has responded with a huge selection of carpets, tile, wood, laminate, and vinyl. Installed by a highly skilled team, G. Fried has got everything you're looking for and more. The next time you think about quality flooring, think G. Fried Flooring America. G. Fried Flooring America. Our world is at your feet.
Looking for something fun to do on a Friday night? Then come to Music on Main, the first Friday of every month at Lakewood Ranch. Enjoy free live music, dancing, great food, and lots of fun for every family member, even the furry ones. Meet up with friends, enjoy activities for the kids, or make it a special date night. And be sure to stop by the ABC 7 booth and say hello. Mark your calendars for Music on Main, first Friday of the month, 6 to 9 at Lakewood Ranch. Brought to you by ABC 7 and these sponsors.
My life motto is keep moving. And as hard as it was when my husband passed away, I knew I had to keep doing what I love. Oops, coming. But I needed help with my insurance, and that's what the NAIC provides. They have resources to help you and your family make the best decision, and they'll help you to keep moving forward, just like me.
ABC 7 is gearing up for this year's JDRF One Walk on Saturday, April 7th at Nathan Benderson Park, and we'd love for you to join us. Hi, I'm Jacqueline Matter, and this is my friend Emma Bella, who lives with type 1 diabetes.
The JDRF One Walk helps raise awareness and funds for kids with type 1 diabetes, and it's fun too.
Walk with us and make a difference.
And help kids like us.
For more information, visit walk.jdrf.org.
The skills you develop as a soldier in the Army National Guard can give you a head start on your career. Gain practical experience with technology and equipment that will give you a leg up in the civilian world. Learn critical leadership skills and to be part of a team. Serve your community and your country part-time while earning money for an education. Visit NationalGuard.com to learn about the paid training and career opportunities available to you in the Army National Guard.
Enjoy some of the best Suncoast restaurants on me. Just go to mysuncoast.com/dining, sign up for the newsletter if you haven't already, and you can win a $50 gift card to a restaurant in our area. We'll pick a winner each week, so go on our website and sign up now.
ABC 7 News at 7, weeknights.
Here are the headlines that we've been following for you today.
Here are the top 7 things. First off, from John Scalzi.
Looking at some pretty nice weather today, that's for sure. A front moved through, brought in some lower dew point air, some drier air, and it feels great outside. So lots of sunshine around today, in fact, for several days through Saturday, I think. Then the next chance of rain will probably come Saturday night. There'll be several fronts on the way, though, over the course of the next 5 or 6 days. So we will have better rainfall chances as we head into the end of the weekend, beginning of next work week. Back to you.
All right, number 2, checking first alert traffic. Manatee County, the usual delays on 301 and 41. Bridges so far so good. Interstate also showing clear. Speaking of traffic, here's Marla Spence.
Distracted driving is an issue right here on the Suncoast. Many crashes involving distracted driving and people not paying attention to the road increased by 25%. So far, drivers between the ages of 20 to 29 were involved in the highest amount of distracted driving crashes.
Number 4, President Trump clearing the way for the National Guard to start patrolling the U.S.-Mexico border. The Trump administration says the deployment could begin immediately.
Number 5, today, some World War II vets near Tallahassee are going to have the chance to fly the open skies once again. Dream flights that they'll be a part of are going to be taking off in a 1942 Boeing Stearman, the same plane that was used to train aviators back in the 40s.
Number 6, the best waffles in the state, right here in Sarasota. The Food Network has named the Toasted Mangoes Cafe waffles as the best waffles in all of Florida. Way to go.
And number 7, what's trending? Well, it is a big day in the Star Trek universe. Guys, it is First Contact Day. On this day, April 5th, in 2063, because it's in the future, in the Star Trek movie First Contact, it is the day that humans first made contact with the Vulcans, which, if you don't know, right, that's what Spock was, boldly going where no TV show had ever gone before. So today, in honor of that, dust off your DVD or maybe even your VHS player, put in Star Trek First Contact, and of course, live long and prosper.
One of these days, I'll watch Star Trek, I promise.
That is right. I love Star Trek. I grew up on that. I love all the movies. I love the series. My dad and I watched it. Did you? Were you a Star Trek fan?
Oh, always, yes.
Oh, Scalzi is my new favorite right here.
The series was groundbreaking.
Yes, and a lot of the inventions you see out there today, including our Apple Watch, were ideas sparked by Star Trek. It provided a lot of things.
I'm watching the Brady Bunch and Leave It to Beaver all this time.
I bet you were. All right, Ray. Thank you guys so much for watching this morning. Good Morning America is coming at you straight ahead next.